So thank you for giving me the opportunity to present Utrecht University for a little bit. And I'll end with the reason why I asked for this moment. To introduce myself, for a moment, you may have seen me at one of the plenaries. Last one I was in Costa Rica, and I birthed this picture of me with Louisa. And on the right side, you see the payoff of the University Utrecht: open mind, open attitude, open science. I have been working at the Utrecht University Library for the last 5.5 years, starting as a manager of research data support and academic services. And recently I transferred to a new role as secretary of the Utrecht University Research Data Board. And I will tell you a little bit about it later in the lightning talk. A few numbers on Utrecht University. It's a relatively big university in a very small country. We are focused on research, and in research it is in one of the top 100 universities, but overall in numbers of students, it's not as big as some of the universities some of you are working in. If you want to know more about the numbers, I've added a webpage, uu.nl. Utrecht University values and vision. I wanted to share these with you. We've been working with these for several years now. So collaboration across borders, future-proof teaching culture, close-knit community. This will come back in my talk. Sustainable development, and open science, of course. And I'd like to share with you how open science developed in Utrecht. It started with a national plan Open Science in the Netherlands, and this was published and presented in February 2017, so almost 10 years ago. And it led to the University Board ambition and a new strategic plan in 2016-2020, where it was added for the first time. And the library gave a real push, gave support, really practical in FTEs to add people to it. And together, this led to the Open Science program. And that has really propelled things forward in the university, this program. To have people, FTEs, people with vision, achieve open science, really help bring things forward. So these are familiar topics for all of you. Why I added these to the presentation is because in Utrecht University we've chosen for instance, recognition and rewards to be implemented in open science. Some other universities have made other choices to align these in another way. So open science and fair data, open science and open access, where Utrecht uses open science with all these topics included. And they are also a bit entwined. So it has grown. This slide is about how you see in the left the open science topics, how these have been by ambassadors in the several faculties. They really help bring things forward. I think it was 2021 or 22 when the idea came about using open access fellows, open science ambassadors, fair data and software fellows in the university. So there you had researchers who were fellows and who together made faculty open science teams and discussed all these open science topics together, and made it real visible to others, but also made it practical to their colleagues, PhDs, students, and this, as I look from it from a library perspective, this has really been a golden move, so to speak, from the Open Science program. Yes, this has been a very good example of how ambassadors like fellows have paid off. Some of you might remember in 2021, University Utrecht abandoned the rankings and stepped out of the Times Higher Education rankings, for instance, and move forward. And I am proud. I was proud then, and I'm still proud to work here. And I am very much aware that Utrecht University had the means to do this, was famous enough to do it, was impactful enough, and I know that other universities might not be in this position. So that is my disclaimer, and still I wanted to show this because sometimes you have to have someone to take the lead and show and start a movement. And well, this was one of those relatively maybe small step, but hopefully with a good example for others. So open science communities, we've seen this coming up before, and we know from the Research Data Alliance, it's crucial for nurturing, tapping into community knowledge, creating breeding ground. So we had communities on open science, on research data, is how the world works, and the library has been a community propeller in this. A quick step into the development of research data support. So we started in 2014 with one library data specialist, first data management policy, and it grew and it nurtured and we expanded. And now there's a whole curriculum of data literacy courses, community building, faculty data teams. And this all together, what I've shown you, has led to a new development. And the reason why I asked for a lightning talk, we are the first university to have this strategic body, research data board, which is university-wide. So we are already familiar with, for instance, Faculty of Medicine with the research data board, because it's so impactful, research data there, patient data. Now the executive board has recognized that facilitating fair research data is really a core component of open science, and that these data and software represent significant scientific value. But it took some time. In 2022, there was the first mentioning of the need for a research data body, and not much happened in between. But then I thought of that song of Bette Midler, underneath the snow lies the seed. And in July 2024, the executive board really decided on we need to have this. We're gonna install a strategic body for research data. And last year, I was very happy to be part of the trailblazing and the setting up. And I really recognized that the momentum was there. It was so positive that it was almost a breeze to set it up. So it's no coincidence that I accepted the role as a secretary, because it's truly really good momentum now in the university. So we had a good kickoff and are starting. And this is my last slide, with I'd like to share with you the focus areas that are for the board. Where we are focusing on right now, generally, so research data lifecycle, privacy security, data autonomy, obviously an emerging and urgent topic, advice in general, and maybe in research data crisis situations. And I'd like to stress, to really underline, that is strategic advice. So if a single researcher has questions on things that are happening, it stays with the faculty, it stays with the digital competence centers, etc. And only strategic topics go to this research data board. And we hope to steer the research community towards fair data more than it is now. We hope to align better across domains, because with such a broad university, the interdisciplinarity gives us all also the means to do something that is helpful for all the domains, to validate, and also some liaising, and of course some nudging here and there. And I think this is familiar for all of you. We know that fair data is not a novelty anymore. We still need to nudge, to massage, and sometimes have a little kick in the butt. And I'm giving myself a kick in the butt because I think I'm at the end of my 10 minutes. So thank you again for listening and for giving me the time to share. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat or live, or just drop me an email. Thank you.